Okay, so welcome back to my Adept Insanity Guide. Second part of the Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC. It's all on the Shadow Broker ship. I'm looking back at Garris. I'm just keeping this first part here, and I normally don't do it, but keeping this first part here because I think it's third time running through this now. I did it. First time Garris got stuck. Had to reload. Second time I died. And then this time is the third time and he got stuck again. I have no idea why. Occasionally you'll see that in the game. Squadmates get stuck in cover. For whatever reason they get stuck at some post. I don't know. Garris somehow got stuck after he hopped on that thing and just stood there, which means he's useless. He can't use powers, can't shoot obviously, doesn't move, doesn't do anything. Really annoying because he would have been really good for some of these sectors up here. But I'm just going to go out without him.
I'm on it.
Really annoying. See, I would have loved to have his overload there. Overload those guys and just pull them up into the field. Yeah, so this is great. On top of the ship, you just have to just pull guys up into the atmosphere and they'll eventually just drop off. Or fly away, which is great. So you saw I put the singularity on there. It didn't do anything because I aimed it wrong. But if you can actually, a lot of those lightning rods, you actually put your singularity on that and it'll actually activate it so you don't have to shoot it. I do it later. I'll show you later. I do it. But it's good because then it pops back up and the singularity is still there and then it lights them again. So. And with the lighting, we can have remove shields and barriers and things like that. So it's really good. So here, you'll see, bam. Unfortunately, that thing got in front of me before I could do anything with it. Missed hitting him. That's why I would have loved to have Garris. See, pull bugged out, but I mean the effect is still there. It just didn't pull him. So I was able to actually then have Lair warp there, which is really good. Boom! Love throw. Yeah, I just threw singularity on there, so it's still not active. I try to go there and I don't get zapped myself. You have to remember that if you do that as the Adept. Say. So this cutscene, Garris is forced behind you, so actually have him again. And the good news is he'll be back for the rest of the mission. There it is. That's what I want to throw. Bam. Flashbang.
Moving in. Watch the authority.
There we go. See again, pull bugged out, but because the effect was still working, I was able to detonate her with Lair's warp. And again, these mechs are kind of annoying. They don't really do anything. Try to kill you, obviously, but doesn't seem to be much use for them here.
Okay. Looking downwards.
Gonna have guys drop in. Missed them.
We've been spotted.
Missed them again, and you got a couple of mechs there. But they do the shuffle to the side instead of coming up around you. Flashbang. Angles are really weird on this, I find, so it's tough to sometimes use pull and throw. Yeah, I don't know if, again, these things you don't always notice, but again, you saw the singularity is on that, the mech, and it drained his armor while it was on him. It's one good thing why I like not sort of like shooting the guy that's in singularity, unless he's like the last guy or something. So I like stucking a singularity in that guy and then focusing on other guys to pull that. So basically, singularity can hold him and drain his shield or barrier or armor or whatever. while I continue on.
That's motion damage.
But that's how I like playing. I mean, if he's the only guy left, then yeah, shoot him. But I mean, if there's a couple of guys on the field, then I don't know why you're wasting time trying to shoot the guy in singularity, pulling him down, and then that's what some people like. That's what people like when you first start the game. If you're starting at level 1, you have like singularity and warp, so that's what you're doing a lot of the time. But it's when you have an import, you don't have to do that. So I missed with my singularity there. So pop it again. Shoot that. I'm too close to that though, so that got me. But detonate him. Somehow, I don't know what. I think he was aiming at Garris. And somehow he hit his own guy with a rocket at that weird angle. Never seen that before. I've seen enemies hit their own guys with rockets before. That's typically because I was using like AI hacking or dominate or something so that they were actually shooting at their guys on purpose, but I've never seen an accidental hit like that before. Now you got other 2 guys out here for no real good reason. Obviously, 4 more guys to fight, but it's like there seems to be no purpose for them to actually being there, to coming out. Other than I guess to surprise you. Again, more mechs. Would have loved if the mechs were actually, with other guys instead of just mechs. Would have made it more fun if you had, like, you're an engineer or infantry with AI hacking, or brought tally or something. Break one rule and shoot the guy in singularity.
Watch out!
Didn't need to throw him, but I did.
Hostile!
Throw is great. Throw on its own is kind of terrible. I mean, you can still kill some people with that if they're near enough, good enough ledge or something, but pull plus throw is fun. Singularity press throw is fun. Especially on this level, you just throw guys out of the sky. Wide open areas are great for that, obviously. So you'll have a few more guys here. I kind of do it terribly and try to take them all out. Trying to get him with pull, or not pull, but Garris to hit him. Overload. Garris can't really hit him because he's not covered.
There they are.
So I'm gonna try to hit people. I'm gonna try to hit this thing with singular, and I think I missed. Gotta shoot. Okay, so my singular actually worked out kind of over. Like I said, I'm doing voiceover after I've already played this, if you haven't realized by now.
Shield your eyes.
So this part of the thing is, again, pretty straightforward. You're just moving forward for the level. Not that difficult. There's a couple of areas that could be tough, but Adept just really shines on this. Again, you got like singularity and pull, so pull just whips them out. So that's why Garris is really good squad mate for here. Basically, use him to remove shields, especially if they're clustered, and just pull them into the air and they're gone.
guardrail. I bet the broker.
Thane would be better in the... No, not... Well, this next section, Garris is really good. It's the one when you go actually inside the ship. I find Thane is better, or Miranda as your second squad mate, but you don't have him for that long, so it doesn't really matter all that much.
It's locked.
I skipped the part where I shouldn't build this, but do it after. So, this part, you have to defend the hatch while
How long will it take? I don't know, Shepard.
you bypass the lock. There's like 5 distinct waves. Really like 4 waves in one stupid section. That's kind of pointless. So, they'll come from this side, like, I don't know what you would call it, the starboard side. Facing the door would be starboard. So place your squad mates behind you like I did there. Placing a singularity on the thing would be a good idea. I don't think I did that.
Watch out! Flashbang! Enemy biotics on the field.
And just take these guys out. Focus fire on them if you have to. These are your squad mates. And then just pull them in the sky. Throw them if you have to. Then once you've killed all those guys, they'll be coming from the other side. One guy's still alive. I didn't see that. That was over. You'll know when the wave's over when basically Garris talks to you. So, bam, place them there. Up. Place a singularity there, so when they're close enough, they'll move their shields for me, so I don't have to use Garris, don't have to shoot them off. That was a drone. Now they're a little too far away. Yeah, do it again anyway. Okay, just close enough. Yeah, so placing a singularity there is a really good idea. I sometimes forget and immediately place a singularity at someone else, but that's usually because, okay, it's already down. I want to hold the guy in place so he doesn't shoot at me anymore, kind of thing. Just use pull for everything else. Screwed up my throat so bad. Get on. Okay, the next wave, you have 4 turrets come in. This is the 3rd wave. It's not really much of a wave. Really aren't that dangerous. You can dodge left or right. Hang behind cover. Their singularity will insta-kill them when they come out of actually stasis. When they come out of stasis, it insta-kills them. So if you have stasis yourself, like I do in Lair, you can take them out pretty quick. So next wave, same thing you did the first wave. Place your squad mates there because they're gonna come out from this side.
Please don't give the mercs ideas.
Yeah, so these last 2 waves are pretty much repeat of the first 2 waves. So I think the composition's slightly different, but you're not going to notice. I don't think they have any rocket troopers here though on this one, so it's really actually probably easier. I think you might have a couple more tough enemies though. I think you have like one more engineer and Vanguard just the same.
Attacking target.
And then for the last wave, do the same thing. Place your scope mates on this side. That guy's still alive, but kind of useless. Boom. And this is the last wave, so again, singularity on there. We'll also come up there, a couple of guys out there. You'll also have a couple of turrets, flying turrets come at you again, so you can take those 2 out later. Generally, you'll probably leave those at the end because you'll be pinned down somewhere back here. Vanguard are probably up in everyone's face, but Adept generally you want to hang back a bit because, again, you got pull, you got singularity. You're best off combining everything. miss with the GPS like an idiot, because I'm not very good at this game sometimes. The turrets stay back there, so for the most part they're out of your face. You're only much of a problem if you get up in everyone's grill like that, and that's, again, typically only your vanguards you can do that. Infiltrators can probably do that for using shotguns and whatnot. That's done. Whenever the last enemy's died, this goes. I'm ready to go inside. Can we show you the builds? Again, same as I had last time. Garris with area overload and turn your renegade for power damage. Stable warp and a story controller for cooldown, bit of stasis, and my typical builds you've probably been seeing for a while now. If you're following along. Now you can always pause and go back and look at it. So I'll skip the loading animation. Inside, it's pretty straightforward, so I think I switched to warp by this point. Actually saved outside, I didn't show how to cut that out. Again, indoor environment, warp is a lot better than throw at this point.
Shield your eyes.
I don't know how I died. I'm trying to get that guy to Garris to overload a shield. He didn't do it right away. Kept missing. Kept thinking that was a move order. So singularity, trying to hit someone. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did there.
Here they come. Clear to fire.
And she's not dead. Now she is. Yeah, always make sure the enemies you think you killed are actually dead. Good lesson to learn. I don't always do that. I always sometimes assume, okay, I hit them with warp, they're dead, and sometimes they pop up with like a 1 health left or something.
The entire ship. The power to run it must be tremendous.
Okay, this next part can be a little tricky. Just because of the enemy placement. If you take care of these guys first, you're probably not too bad, but I foolishly tried to take them on in the middle here. Your best actually just can keep going left. I don't think there's anyone behind you there, so... If you need to, you can go all the way to the end and work your way back. That way you keep them all in front of you. That way you don't get flanked. If you stay at that end sometimes that Lair will come out and flank you, so it's always good to go left. Trying to hit this guy in here sometimes is kind of difficult if you're doing what I do, because you end up putting your focus on the med kit or that terminal, so you're not pulling the guy like you want. So I've died that section a few times before in various playthroughs, just because I do that so wrong if I try to do it too aggressively, or I get flanked, or whatnot. Yeah, so again, I'll recommend you to go there, just go, immediately go left, you don't have to deal with those guys right away, so that way you can come back and keep them all in front of you. That way you're not getting flanked by the Solarian, or Vanguard's not pressing you too much. But again, the Adept's not too bad for that. So.
Good. Central operations is down the hall.
So after talking with Farron here, tell you where to go.
Back for you, Farron.
I'll try not to go.
Then there's guys immediately outside, exactly where you were. Pretty much the same placements, except on the opposite sides. I foolishly run out of warp like an idiot. So, if you want to, best to probably do what I don't. Well, what I don't do here is I end up going all the way to the end. You're best to actually take it from the left side where it started, and then going up through. Not the way I'm going, but the other way. There's a guy back here. It works out, but I kind of did it the worst way
I'm
possible.
on the target.
It's me, Shepard.
Sorry, Garris, I have to shoot. And of course, the very last guy. Poor idiot. Working the desk job. He was all by his lonesome. I almost feel bad for that guy. Almost. And then the final fight of the DLC, Shadow Broker himself. So basically you have to beat him down 3 times, literally. First part's the easiest. What I really hate about this is that the R starts ahead of you, so he focuses on her first. So this first part's fairly easy. He's just got shields and armor, not a big deal. Just take him down like you would normally. I really like going up to first so I can make sure I get the damage bonus. Plus you can hide behind this cover here. Again, stable warp with controller on, controller on the R cooldown is really good because that warp staggers him. Warp could stagger him as well. Singularity and pull can stagger him sometimes.
The shield's
They can throw.
kinetically sensitive. Energy and
But
projectiles
first part, you
are
generally don't
bouncing
need
off.
to do that. Having the GPS helps a bit with the shields. So, reload. Switching back to this because I'll be facing shields again, I know. Hit him with a melee. Cutscene. And then he throws out an omni shield. So, now he's going to be using that for the next 2 parts of the fight. Tough to get around. Unless you stagger him like that. I'm kind of foolishly doing it all wrong. I use Singularity there. Probably not the best thing to do.
Firing.
I nearly die here like an idiot. So you can destroy that column.
I'm on it.
Maybe I'm staying out in the open instead of running to
I'm on
cover. And you focus on the R. Like I said, the R stays in that spot unless you go to a different spot, and I never did. So I'm going to try to get ahead of her here so he's focusing on me and not her. Didn't quite work out. Good news is you can try to curve it like I did around to the left side. The R hits him like basically behind the shield no matter what, so that can stagger him, opening him up for a shot. Locust probably would have been a better weapon for this fight. It's a little more accurate, you can aim around the shield, but I just stuck with the GPS just so I can charge it and take out more of a shield in one shot than anything else. Probably not the best plan, but anyway, third part of the fight, same as the second. So basically same tactics.
Clear to fire.
I'm trying to use pull here to stagger his shield, at least pull away. Singularity. Pull works just as well. probably better because it's a little quicker cooldown. Singularity, I was hoping maybe he'd, you know, stagger back and walk into it again, but he doesn't. And again, I somehow don't die here, but just to make sure I live.
Got him.
And then that's it. So then you just whack him, punch him for a third time, and then that's it. Final cutscene plays.